Hello students, welcome to the ninth part of video lecture for the first chapter of strength of material. Here in this video, we'll do some problems related to determination of stress, strain and Young's modulus of elasticity of body. There is a question. An elastic rod 25 mm in diameter, 200 mm long, extends by 0.25 mm under a tensile load at 40 kN. Find the intensity of stress, strain and elastic modulus for material of the rod. From above question, these are the data given to us. Diameter D as 25 mm, long means length L is given as 200 mm, extends means increase its length, that is change in length, del L is equal to 0.25 mm. Action, a load of tensile load, that is P is equal to 40 kilonewton, that is 40 into 10 to the power 3 Newton. We have to find out stress sigma, strain E and elastic modulus capital P. Go for calculation of stress. For calculation of stress, we have to know load applied upon the rod and area of cross-section of the rod. Before that, area of cross-section of rod could be found out. If D is the diameter, now area is equal to pi by 4 D square. So that is equal to pi by 4 into diameter value is 25, that is 25 square. Now we have to calculate pi by 4 into 25 square, and it is obtained as 490.87 mm square. The stress induced in rod sigma is equal to load by area. Load is equal to 40 into 10 to the power 3 and area is obtained as 490.87. Calculating this value as obtained 81.48 Newton per mm square. Hence, sigma is equal to 81.48 Newton per mm square. Now, the strain induced in rod. We have E is equal to change in length by original, that is 0.25 divided by 200. So that is equal to 0.0013. Strain induced E is equal to 0.0013. From Hooke's law, we are finding that sigma is equal to stress, strain into Young's modulus. So now E is equal to sigma by strain, that is 81.48 divided by 0.001, that is calculated as 65.16 Newton per mm square. Now E is equal to 65.16 Newton per mm square. Let's do another problem related to Young's modulus, modulus of rigidity and bulk modulus. There a question may be asked as a material has a Young's modulus 1.25 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per mm square. Poisson's ratio is 0.25. Calculate the modulus of rigidity and bulk modulus. So from above, given data are Young's modulus means E is equal to 1.25 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per mm square. Poisson's ratio means mu is equal to 0.25. Calculate modulus of rigidity and bulk modulus means calculate G and K. Now we have to find out G. In the earlier class, we have discussed that the relationship between E and G is obtained as E is equal to 2G 1 plus mu. Now G is equal to E divided by 2 whole bracket 1 plus mu. Now putting value of E as 1.25 into 10 to the 5, mu for 0.25, now getting value for G as 50,000 Newton per mm square. So here we are considering G means modulus of rigidity is obtained as 50,000 Newton per mm square. Next, the relationship between E and K already also known to you. E is equal to 3K 1 minus 2 mu. That is E divided by 3 whole bracket 1 minus 2 mu is equal to K. So K is equal to E divided by 3 whole bracket 1 minus 2 mu. Now E value is 1.25 into 10 to the power 5 and mu value is 0.25. From this we can calculate K as 83,333.33 Newton per mm square. Now in this way we are going to calculate the value of E, G and K. We have to remember the formula that E is equal to 2G 1 plus mu and E is equal to 3K 1 minus 2. Next topic is that elongation of a bar. So how to find out elongation of a bar? Elongation means what? If you are going to apply the load, let us consider this is the diagram. This diagram consists of a bar whose one end is fixed and is having length L, is applied with load P. Due to this, load P is tensile in nature. This will increase the length. Now what much amount? This is the original length. Some amount will be increased, that is del L. Now this change in length can be found out by using a expression. So for that we have to remember that the load P is applied within the elastic limit point. So now let us consider a bar subject to axial load P as shown in the figure. P the load acting upon the bar, sigma stress induced in the bar, E strain inside in bar, L length of the bar or original length of the bar, A area of cross-section of the bar, E is Young's modulus of elasticity of the bar, del L deformation of the bar. Now we know that stress is equal to load by area, that is P by L. Strain induced in the bar is equal to change in length by original length, that is E is equal to del L by L. From Hooke's law we know that Young's modulus is equal to stress by strain. Now strain is equal to stress by Young's modulus. Now we are putting the value of E replaced as del L by L. Now del L by L is equal to sigma by L. Now we have to find out del L. So del L is equal to sigma by E into L. But if you are replacing the sigma value as P by A, now we can get del L is equal to PL by A. So that is deformation of bar can be found out is equal to PL by A, where P is the load, L is the length, A is the area of cross section and E Young's modulus of elasticity. So in this way the deformation of bar can be obtained as PL by A is equal to del. Next term is your principle of superposition. What does it mean? If a body is subjected to a number of forces acting at its ends as well as its individual parts, then we have to find out the total deformation of the body due to these forces applied upon the bar. So the total deformation of the bar will be equal to the algebraic sum of deformation of individual parts of the body. The total deformation of the body will be obtained by the formula, that is del L is equal to del L1 plus del L2. Here this is a bar which is applied with two load P1 and P2. So what we have to do? We have to calculate the load value P1 and P2. So according to the P1, there will be a deformation takes place in the bar, that is as del L1, and for P2 there is also a deformation takes place, that is del L2. Now according to principle of superposition, del L is equal to del L1 plus del L2, means the total deformation of the bar is equal to algebraic sum of del L1 and del L2. This del L1 equal to P1 and del L2 for the P2. Now del L1 is equal to P1 L1 AE plus P2 L2 by H. If the cross section of the body is constant, then A1 is equal to A2 is equal to A, and we can take P1 L1 by AE plus P2 L2 by AE, that is 1 by AE whole bracket P1 L1 plus P2 L2. So what we have to study from principle of superposition? From principle of superposition, we are going to calculate the total deformation of the bar, and that is algebraic sum of deformation or change in length of individual sections applied with the individual loads upon them. Thanks.